Hello and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. And we, in the previous episode, tried, and I do say tried, to set up some, we can scroll the correct direction, tried to set up some soap making. And yeah, we didn't actually make any soap. We tried, as I said, but we didn't really succeed. So we need to look into, and I don't remember, I have done this before. I have made soap, but I don't remember how I did it. So we need to do something to make the soap one way or another. Now, fat is required, but fat rots, and as in real life, fat rots fairly quickly. It's actually really quick to rot and go bad, and yeah, that's also something you experience in this game, where a lot of stuff rots and goes bad really quickly, and for a lot of the crafting you need to do, it needs to be unrotten, so not rotten. And yeah, that can be a bit problematic. So I wonder what I should do to fix that. But one thing that I should fix, which I completely had forgotten for my previous 2 episodes in my recording session this time, is to ask you to like the video. Because that would just be super awesome and nice. And not just of you guys, but of me to remember to ask you as well. I forget it so easily. I myself very rarely ever like any videos I watch. And I watch a lot of YouTube. Like, I watch a lot of videos of various kind of stuff, and I rarely give any likes. Not because I don't like the content, it's just I'm a bit more conservative with my usage of the like button. Regardless, we should try to find some direction of what to do. Now, if we go not up, down, here, we should finish off, oops, this here by doing that. To sort of finish off the room again and put it back to how it was. A snowstorm has come. That's not super good, but hopefully the dwarves aren't really up on the surface too much. Snowstorms are pretty bad. Stuff you want to avoid actually going into. So that's done. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this, so there's no like, that's lignite. Let's remove that. There's a reason why I want to do this, and it has to do with the fact that I want to smooth and engrave everything in here, so it's as nice looking as it could possibly be. But if you smooth and engrave like resources like hematite or walls with, like, we go up here Like here, there's like a fortification, a gate, like agate, regardless how you put some gems, or like limonite, or like some kind of resource. If you smooth and engrave that, and you want to actually get the resource like the gems or the ore, you have to destroy that smoothing and engraving you have done, which is pretty like wasteful, because smoothing and engraving takes a fair chunk of time. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't think I don't have people put to smoothing and engraving. Do you want some people to be dedicated to like engraving and I usually do like stone cutters and engravers on the same, because that usually means that smoothing and engraving gets done by the same people, which means that the stone cutting and engraving is as high as possible. And when you have a low population count, it's also good to limit the amount of people doing certain things, because otherwise we'll have nothing getting done. Like it's super easy to overwork your dwarves to the point where nothing gets done. And there's also something, these are all like all of these work details and like work orders, so to speak, is pre-programmed, like they come with the game as is. Now you can add new work details, and you can go in and decide sort of what that should be. One that I usually do is jewelry, gem cutting and gem setting. I usually take that as its own custom work detail, and then add the name, jewelry. So basically anything that has to do with jewelry, like that is gem cutting and gem setting. And I put like 1 or 2 people, or dwarves in this case, to do that. And when you assign, if we take a look, when you assign someone, it is only selected do this, which means everyone else that isn't selected now can't do that. So that's an important thing to be aware of. One thing that I should do is I should try to remember to scroll the right direction. I don't know, I don't find it intuitive and don't find it to be sensible, sadly. Can I make soap? Huh. In Okay, let's tallow. Make soap from tallow. Okay, lye. Make potash from lye. Ashery. No. I don't know how I have done this in the past. I might have done hunting to get the fat. That could be the case, actually. And yeah, what you need to do to get the fat globs is you need to go into kitchen and you do the render fat. Let's put that at 2. We have less than, let's say, 5 globs available. Let's say 6. And we have something that is like unrotten fat rendable glob, like something that is possible to do, which we don't. Let's bring that down to 1. Yes, we don't actually have unrotten fat rendable glob. We don't have fat we can harvest, basically, which is too bad. That is too bad. Now, if we go in here, we have this one, which is a trapper. Let's put you as a hunter. We have some fisher dwarves, but I don't think they actually produce any fat. It's just fish meat, and that's it. I think. I might be wrong, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is basically just wine. So yeah, I would not be surprised if we can't actually like do soap yet, which might be the case. Well, since I have designated someone to do hunting, one thing that I'm going to need is I think it's in here. Make bone bolts. I think that is. Let's make 5 at a time. If we have less than, say, 25 bolts. We make some bone bolts. And let's put that down to 1. I don't remember how many you make at a time. I think there is basically a stack that gets made each craft, a certain amount each craft, so could be fine. And then we should go in here and add there. And wait a second. Am I actually making steel? No, I'm making iron. Okay. Then let's go in and make some which I can't because I don't have flagstone. Okay. Let's just make an iron crossbow. Let's make an iron crossbow, make some bone bolts, and see if we can get some hunting done, because that might give us some fat periodically to actually make soap. There might be a way of making like soap completely from lye or something, which I'm not sure of. But hopefully we can take care of certain things. Let's cut this out so we get some more storage space. And I don't think there is that much to do other than some minor things. Now, what is this? Oops. I completely forget that the scroll wheel is changing elevation and like the level and not just zoom. You need to control scroll to do that. Okay, so it's gems. Okay, it's more gems. I don't seem to have any bone to make bone bolts, which means we need to add let's search for bolt. Wooden, and do 2 standalone crafts for that. Oops. Once again, misclicking, or mis-scrolling, because that's basically what I'm doing. bolts. Good. Now, I should have made... Yep, there we go. If we take a look at you, this person, which is the hunter, actually has the iron crossbow and a leather quiver. So once the bolts are done and this Muppet is done praying, he will go and pick up some bolts, which he did, and we'll start hunting. So that's how you start hunting. And I think I got a bit unlucky with like the dwarves I got. Usually you get at least one during your like first and second migration wave that is a hunter, and they come with all of the necessary like gear. Like they have the crossbow, they have the bolts, all of that. But since we didn't have that, we needed to do this a bit. We needed to do it the hard way. So we had to designate someone specifically to become a hunter. And then we had to make all the equipment. All of it. So it's running to hunt. Which I'm not sure of what you're actually like hunting. Oh, is it this? I think it is. Yes, it is. And it's dead. So, whoops. Scrolling incorrectly again. So yeah, this is basically the thing with hunting is, and the hunter will bring it back, and it's most likely is going to get butchered immediately. So if we follow, bringing it back, hauling, which is the good thing about the hunting is they take the kill back. And he brought it back to the butcher, so there is the opossum corpse, and is off hunting again. So basically what we need to do here is we need to butcher this, and it should create, if my work orders work correctly, should add that. Oh. yeah, I am not... I am not sure. Might not be a good idea to fight the boars, dude. It's one thing that can go wrong very quickly. Good thing I have the hospital up and running. Butcher an animal. I don't think I need that, though. Butcherable, unrotten nearby items. I'm not sure if I need that. Yeah, and the trapper has no ammunition. So we cancel the hunt. Which basically mean wood and a bolt. Whatever, let's make 10. The wooden bolts aren't really that good, so... But, important, the metal one are really expensive because bolts can be lost. So making use of like wood and bone is, as far as I can tell, desirable. Like, that's what you want to do. What? Butcher an animal? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. It might be the case that it's outside, which is why it's not working properly. That might be the case. I'm not sure. Basically, the only way of fixing that is by doing some things. Which is more or less something like this. And I'm going to explain what I'm doing here. If you're playing with enemies, you would have wanted to have this kind of wall a lot earlier. Let's just be clear about that. If I had been playing with enemies, this wall would have been up more or less within the first week. Like, it would have been one of the first things to get put up. So yeah, but our hunting escapades and like search for fat, make soap, is going to have to wait a little bit. Now this wall is not necessarily optimal, it's not necessarily the best way of doing it, but it's a way of doing it. And what we will want to do once the walls are in place is place floor across the whole thing. Basically creating an indoor area up on top. Because dwarves do not like being above ground and being outdoors and getting hit by the pesky sun rays. So we are going to have to come back and build that wall and roof and later in next time. When it will be done, who knows? But we will have to see what we can do. It's late winter, so we might get through the winter without any issues. But for the most part, I think we are slowly but surely working towards us wanting to just dig deeper. And with that comes a few risks where we might lose some dwarves, who knows? But we are going to have to actually lose some dwarves and see what happens in future episodes. Because for now, yeah, we will round off here. So, just, I'm not missing anything. I don't think so. No. Anyway, just all over the shot with my brain just not functioning properly. So on screen, at least, that hopefully is functioning properly, you will see YouTube recommendation, quick access to subscribe button, and quick access to the playlist for this series. So with that, thanks for watching. Goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.